If you only looked at the final score, you might think Alex Eala had a terrible day at Queen's Club. The scoreboard showed a straight sets defeat, 6-2, 6-2, against American teenager Iva Jovic. For many casual fans, that scoreline seemed convincing. It looked like a one-sided match, a disappointing exit, and a missed opportunity. But tennis is a sport where the scoreboard rarely tells the full story. And in Alex Eala's case, this match may end up being remembered as one of the most important learning experiences of her entire 2026 season. To understand why, we need to go back a few months. At the start of the year, Alex Eala was already considered one of the most promising young players in women's tennis. However, very few people expected the rapid rise that followed. Tournament after tournament, she began proving that she could compete with higher-ranked opponents. Her confidence grew, her ranking climbed, her fanbase expanded across the world. Suddenly, Alex was no longer viewed as just a talented prospect from the Philippines. She was becoming a genuine threat on the WTA tour. Every breakthrough player eventually reaches a stage where expectations change. Early in your career, people celebrate your potential. Later, they expect results. That's exactly where Alex Eala finds herself today. Every match she plays is now analyzed by fans, journalists, coaches, and tennis experts. Every victory becomes a headline. Every defeat becomes a topic of discussion. That pressure can be difficult even for experienced professionals, let alone a young player still developing her game. Coming into Queen's Club, Alex had reasons to feel optimistic. She had already shown positive signs on grass courts. Her movement looked sharper. Her serve was improving. Her confidence from previous tournaments carried over into the grass season. Then she defeated Zhang Shuai in impressive fashion. That victory gave fans hope that another deep tournament run might be possible. But then came Iva Jovic. At first glance, many tennis fans underestimated Jovic. She wasn't one of the biggest names in the draw. She didn't receive the same media attention as established stars, but insiders knew she possessed enormous talent. Like Alex Eala, she represents the next generation of women's tennis. Young, fearless, aggressive, and hungry to prove herself against established competition. From the opening game, it became clear that Jovic had arrived with a specific strategy. She wanted to take time away from Alex. She attacked the ball early. She stepped inside the baseline. She refused to allow long rallies. On grass courts, this approach can be devastating because players have less time to react. The surface naturally rewards aggressive tennis. Alex tried to settle into her rhythm, but Jovic kept disrupting it. Every time Alex appeared ready to build momentum, another aggressive return, another powerful forehand, or another quick point shifted the pressure back onto the Filipino star. One of the biggest challenges in professional tennis is adjusting during a match when your original game plan isn't working. The best players in the world constantly solve problems on court. They adapt, they experiment, they search for solutions. Alex attempted to do exactly that. She changed rally patterns. She tried to vary pace. She looked for ways to break Jovic's momentum. Unfortunately for Alex, Jovic was simply playing some of the best tennis of her young career. This is where the story becomes truly interesting. After defeating Alex Eala, Jovic didn't stop winning. Many fans expected her run to end quickly. Instead, she continued surprising people. Match after match, she proved that her performance against Alex wasn't a lucky day or a random upset. It was evidence that she had reached another level. Suddenly, analysts began revisiting Alex's defeat. The conversation changed from "why did Alex lose?" to "maybe Jovic is playing unbelievable tennis right now." This happens often in professional sports. Sometimes a result looks bad in the moment but gains context later. A player loses to an opponent who appears ordinary, only for that opponent to go on an incredible run and defeat multiple top players. That's exactly what happened here. For Alex Eala, this context matters enormously. Instead of viewing the match as a major setback, her team can analyze it as a valuable learning opportunity against one of the hottest players of the tournament. And let's be honest, development has always been the real goal. Fans naturally focus on rankings, trophies, and headlines. Coaches focus on improvement. They ask different questions. Did the player handle pressure better? Did she improve her movement? Did she make smarter, tactical decisions? Did she learn something that can help her win future matches? Those are the questions that determine long-term success. When Alex and her coaching team review the Queen's Club match, they'll likely identify specific areas for improvement. Maybe there were opportunities to serve more effectively under pressure. Maybe there were chances to attack earlier in rallies. Maybe certain patterns worked better than others. Every loss contains information. Champions learn how to use that information. Consider some of the greatest players in tennis history. They all experienced painful defeats early in their careers. They lost matches they expected to win. They suffered disappointing exits. They faced criticism from fans and media. What separated them from everyone else was their response. They treated defeats as lessons rather than failures. Alex Eala has already shown that mindset throughout her career. Time after time, she has bounced back from difficult moments. Every setback has been followed by growth. Every challenge has helped her become a more complete player. That's why many tennis experts remain incredibly optimistic about her future. Another reason this loss shouldn't worry fans too much is the nature of grass-court tennis itself. Grass is unique. The season is short, preparation time is limited, matches can be unpredictable, players often experience surprising results because the surface rewards certain styles of play. Even legendary champions have suffered shocking defeats on grass. A few points can completely change a match. One hot-serving performance can transform an underdog into a giant killer. One aggressive player can suddenly become almost unstoppable. That's why evaluating a player's future based on a single grass-court result is dangerous. The bigger picture matters far more. And the bigger picture for Alex Eala remains extremely encouraging. Her ranking trajectory is positive. Her confidence is growing. Her physical conditioning continues to improve. Her experience against elite opponents increases every month. Most importantly, she has proven she belongs at this level. There was a time when simply qualifying for major tournaments represented success. Today, expectations are different. Fans genuinely believe Alex can challenge top players. That's a sign of how far she has come. Now attention turns toward the next chapter. The grass season continues. Wimbledon approaches. New opportunities await. Every tournament presents another chance to gain ranking points, experience, and confidence. Every match provides another opportunity to improve. And if Alex Eala has demonstrated anything throughout her career, it's resilience. She doesn't stay down for long. She learns. She adapts. She returns stronger. That's why this Queen's Club defeat may eventually be remembered not as a disappointment, but as a stepping stone. A lesson. A moment of growth. A match that exposed weaknesses while highlighting future possibilities. Because the truth is simple. Alex Eala's story is still being written. At just the beginning of what could become an extraordinary career, she remains one of the most exciting young talents in world tennis. The loss to Iva Jovic may have ended one tournament, but it certainly hasn't ended the dream. If anything, it has made the next chapter even more interesting. And with Wimbledon on the horizon, the tennis world will be watching closely to see how Alex responds. Will she bounce back stronger? Will she make another breakthrough? Will she continue climbing toward the top of the sport? Those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain. The journey is far from over. In fact, it may just be getting started. Tennis fire.